We are live from Portland, Oregon for a Western Conference contest with the Trailblazers. It's the Hawks, and they're doing business on the road in an interconference NBA game. We're live from the Big Easy, New Orleans, Louisiana, for this Pelicans home game. Thanks for joining us as we get set to bring you NBA basketball on 2K Sports. Along with Greg Anthony, Brent Barry, and our sideline reporter David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Brent, there's no doubt your athleticism was one of the key weapons you possessed. We're going to see plenty of that here tonight on display.
Well, that's kind of you first, Kevin, but secondarily, the guys out here have a chance when there's any open space to make something extremely exciting happen. So let's move up a little bit and sit on the edge of our seats, should we? We appreciate Trae Young and that shooting ability, but reminding us once again, he will dish.
Shakes him. And Ingram lays it in.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
Yeah, APB sent out to try to find out where the defense is. Inexcusable.
Now here's Ingram. Following the miss by DeJounte Murray. And the shot is good. Ingram's got his second bucket.
Well, when he gets around there, because he's so long and so quick off the floor, Ingram tough to stop.
And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
And guys, things are looking up in New Orleans. The extension for Zion Williamson reflecting his commitment to this young core, and with the 8th pick and Dyson Daniels, the Pels added to their bevy of young wing defenders. They're building a team to contend.
And Williamson throws it down.
Again, just watching Zion's leaping ability, gets over the defense and easily finds the rim.
In the corner, it's Hunter. And the three off target.
Ooh, he missed an easy chance to put some points on the board. He won't get a much better look at that kind of shot again here probably tonight.
And a look at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for the Pelicans.
I like how they've worked the ball inside, getting looks closer in there, and that really helps your offense.
Now here's Ingram. 5 points in the game. Hunter, no good.
Well, the D's so tight on him, it makes him alter his shot. And an easy chance turns into a tough one because the defense is swarming.
And really, it's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here. Their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range.
To the paint. Stolen by Collins. Nice ball movement here by Atlanta. Here's Young. Outside for Murray. Pass to Collins. Young in the corner. Another shot. And the layup is up and in.
A big man John Collins seeing the court that time.
Pelicans leading by 4. And the way Trae Young, GA, is the focus of this offense. The numbers just pile up.
Yeah, I mean, they run so much through him. His usage rate is off the charts. Led the entire league in total points and total assists in 2022. And that hadn't been done in 49 years. And you look at the way Ingram can get off a shot. When he gets to his spots, there's just no stopping him. Very few players can create like he can.
Murray, good.
And despite the size disadvantage, attacking the heart of that defense.
Yeah, no stopping him on that play. Sometimes even the taller defenders are helpless to stop him.
Now here's Hayes. Brandon Ingram missing his last shot. Murray right side. A creator indeed, and the name you always hear, Greg, with Ingram as a comparison, Kevin Durant.
And that's about as fair a comp as you'll find. Ingram is special with how he can rise up over defenders with that shot. It makes him a lethal weapon late in the game.
The shot by Okongwu, no good. To the inside. Hayes. Pass to Daniel. And they had their chances. 2 offensive rebounds, but they still come up empty. A nice shot by Bogdanovic.
It's a pretty soft touch for Bogdanovic, trying to do some damage on the inside now.
Inside. Here's Hernan Gomez. And it's going to be a goaltending call here, so they'll count the bucket.
Yeah, that's a tough call for the ref to make there. I'm not sure it was on the way down, but that's how they saw it.
And here's Holiday, who will bring it up for the Hawks. It's a 3-point game. Here's Bogdanovic. Pelicans with the rebound. On the wing, Daniels. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
Total letdown by the D. Can't leave the bucket unprotected.
Absolutely, and it takes an easy 2 points onto the lead.
Will not find a higher percentage opportunity than that.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
So fun to watch Larry Nance Jr. get up and be in flight.
A nice shot by Bogdanovic.
He just takes advantage of the D in a way that very few players playing today can do.
From the arc. And it's Bogdanovic. Again missing. Both teams have it going here early and still close through the first quarter. Pelicans lead by 1. From North.
17.
And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out in the second quarter. And looking at what we've seen from the Pelicans, what do you guys think?
Well, pounding the boards is one way to gain an advantage. They simply owned the glass in that first.
Well, if you get physical out there, you can control the glass, and that helps you to control the pace of the game.
And while it took Brandon Ingram some time, he has really turned into an incredible player.
Well, he's an amazing scorer. He's adding that ability to pass the ball and see the floor. So often you hear about players talking about the game slowing down. Well, for Ingram, it's getting to a snail's pace.
And the dunk by Capella.
And that's where you want to feed Clint Capella, deep down on the interior part of the paint. Let him power it through.
Pass to McCollum. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
New Orleans in the lead, and so they choose to intentionally foul.
really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Quarter number 2. We're about a minute in. McCollum with the ball and guarded by Capella. Here's Jones, and it's out of bounds. Last touch by Jones.
You know, they don't want to give the ball handlers any room.
Young taking his time here. Here's Collins, and the rejection by Valanciunas.
You can feel the presence as Valanciunas gets himself in the right spot.
Ingram outside. For Murray. And that one's good. Ingram's got 8 points.
And that's what he does. I mean, he is a bucket getter.
And once again off the mark by Atlanta. Pelicans leading by 3. And this offensive system, Brent, that the Hawks run, it allows for a lot of creativity.
Yeah, lots of dribble handoffs at the top of the key. You obviously have in case of emergency, break glass player in Trae Young. But they're not afraid to attack mismatches, and this is the type of offenses that I think a lot of players would enjoy playing.
Kicks it out to Collins. Over Williamson. The baseline J off the mark. Young with the steal. Shoots over Ingram. Young with a terrific move and the bucket. 6 points for him.
All about getting into a rhythm as a shooter. Trae Young finds his. He's pretty fine at taking those shots.
And he's an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He is, and he picks the simple one-hand stuff to get the 2 points. And they're able to recover. The kick out to Young. Back to Collins. Just 5 on the clock. And it comes off the front of the rim.
I didn't see that miss coming. I mean, he's usually been money from that range.
And the rejection by Collins.
Good timing defensively. Collins just up there, the long arms, and quick off the deck. You're not going to see that very often. The defense in the vicinity, but still, he's not one to blow layups.
A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Thank you, Kevin. Last season, we know the Pelicans made that trade to bring in C.J. McCollum. He says, I think it's a match made in heaven. I'm happy to be here. The cool part is that I haven't had to make any real adjustments. The way I play is the right way. Kevin, back to you.
Well, he's completely changing teams mid-season. Tough thing to do, but he is a veteran that can certainly handle it. Ball in his hands, good things usually happen. Hey, David, thank you for that story. Back to Ingram. And the rejection by Collins. Young outside. Over McCollum. And too long on the shot.
Now that's just enough defensive pressure on him to throw off that shot. I bet he gets a good look at it next time and hits it.
2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. Steady as can be. Talk more, Brent, about what Jonas Valanciunas means to the game.
Truly the definition of consistency. Jonas Valanciunas averaging double-digit scoring for 11 straight seasons and a double-double the last 4. That's the epitome of a guy who does the dirty work and produces.
New Orleans leading by 5. On the wing, Nance. Buries it down low.
Terrific at taking some initiative there on the inside portion of the floor was Larry Nance Jr.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
And Valanciunas has got the ball here for New Orleans. 7-point game, the biggest lead in the game. He's getting his first free throw attempt of the game here.
You know, this is not an area where they expect him to contribute. You know, he's a guy that shot below 70% last season.
A beautiful reverse layup. Alvarado's got the lead up to 10 now for New Orleans.
And those are the kinds of plays that are just killing them right there.
Outside, Bogdanovich hits the three-point bomb. Bogdanovich has got 11 points.
I think he's just going to get more and more confident from behind the arc and become a more consistent scorer in this league as time goes by.
And so it's New Orleans bringing the quarter to a close with a 7-point lead. They're playing a bruising game inside, and it's working for them. Back to the action in just a minute. And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. Teams nowadays tracking deflections in addition to steals. Were they something you were aware of when you played defense, Greg?
Even if they weren't tracked, they were valued. And I remember early in my career, that was something with the Knicks that would always emphasize, because deflections were a true indicator of activity, especially defensively.
Young outside. Here's the three. Doesn't go for it. Now New Orleans will take it the other way. They've led by as much as 10. And they call the 8-second violation. Too much time getting it up court. The Hawks trail by 7. Launches a three. The three-pointer is right on target.
For 3.
Young's got the first basket of the second half. That one for the Hawks. Here's Jones. And the rejection by Collins. McCollum outside. Ingram outside. There's the triple. Good on the triple. He's got 11.
Brandon Ingram at that size constantly has a shooting window that's open. Well, there's been some interesting moves in the Bayou, and this team has set up a roster that I think has some great potential. There's a lot of talent, a lot of interesting players that are on this roster, and I'm excited for their future.
Here's Valanciunas. To Williamson, and another shot, and that's 2 points on the layup. Williamson's got 8.
Well, the closer that Zion is going to get, the more effective he's going to become.
You definitely saw New Orleans making calculated moves, Brent, in the draft.
Yeah, there's some perfect fits alongside what a healthy Zion Williamson will bring to the court, and so if he's in there making that impact, there's a lot of complementary skill sets on this roster that will elevate them to being much more competitive sooner than you think.
And Jones has it in the corner. Back to McCollum. New Orleans moving the ball around. Here's Daniels. That falls. Nice feed that time from McCollum. And the Pelicans lead by 9. Down low. Here's Murray. Shot clock reset for the Hawks. Over to the wing. Young outside. Shot clock at 5. It's stolen by Jones. To the middle. Here's Murphy. And the layup is good. And now it's an 11-point Pelican lead.
Give credit where credit is due right there. A terrific assist.
Murphy with the steal. Here's McCollum. And yes, it's good. 6 points for him.
Boy, you have to be impressed with the offensive production. They have got it firing on all cylinders.
I mean, this team is just dangerous. Right now, every shot that they're putting up feels like it's going in.
Here's Young. From down in the low post, it goes.
The assist.
And that's 13 points for Trae Young.
2 minutes remaining.
And Young, not a stranger to nights like this where he's putting up big numbers.
And the basket by Murphy.
Nice job getting inside for the layup. Got the deep thinking jump shot, gave a little pump fake, and then off to the races.
And now the first timeout called here for the Hawks. And so Holiday will bring it up for Atlanta. Trailing by 13. And one thing, Greg, we know Capella has always done, he plays to his strengths.
It's a great point, Kevin. Capella knows where he's best and really focuses on that. Can help the team with minimal touches on offense, but he really anchors a defense by not overextending.
Pass to Alvarado. Outside Murphy. That one doesn't drop. And Atlanta will go the other way with it. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Well, Bogdanovich being a little bit crafty there, knowing the defense was closing in on him and drew the contact.
It's his first trip to the line.
And going back to his performance at the line last year, guys, 84% as a free throw shooter.
A great player on a great role at the charity stripe. The D has got to be careful about being too aggressive on him and sending him back for freebies.
Here's Murphy. It's tipped. Holiday surveying the floor. Here's Okongwu. And that one is good. Okongwu's now got it back down to single digits for the Hawks. Out to the wing. Here's Murphy. And then Murphy with the dunk.
Now, how about breaking out the Statue of Liberty on that dunk?
A nice way to pad that lead a little more. You're right. To the paint. Here's Kaminsky. Lets it go. A nice shot by Bogdanovich. Bogdanovich has got 15.
Great shooting off the pass. Get the feet set. Good balance. Bogdanovich dangerous.
The Hawks trail by 9. And Bogdanovich picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
Yeah, really good defensive play to cut him off there and square up.
The way, Greg, they're sharing the ball tonight, mesmerizing.
Everyone's getting to touch it, and everyone contributing.
Good on the shot.
And look at how quick he was to bite on the pump fake. Left his feet way too soon.
Pass to Kaminsky. To the inside. Three-pointer. And they recover it. Bogdanovich, no luck. And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. Pelicans on top, up 11. It's the NBA on
37.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. And here's Young from the arc. And it's Williamson with the rebound. Pelicans leading by 11. It's Ingram on the wing. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up. It's going to be on Trae Young. 2022 is an anxious year for Zion Williamson fans, waiting for his return.
It's just not easy when your superstar gets hurt, and because you want them back as soon as possible, but you also don't want to rush the healing process. And fans really had to be patient, waiting for Zion to come back. He's got a big year ahead of him. Well, Capella at that size really has no issues spotting the open man.
Now here's McCollum, and he drops in the layup off the glass. And the Pelicans lead by 11.
And Matador defense, that's one of the easiest shots he is ever going to see.
Yeah, feels like Christmas right now, just gift wrapping points.
They've worked hard to get this lead. Can't start giving up easy slams all of a sudden.
GA, that's right. And that was easy. Gift wrap for him.
Yeah, we see this all too often. The team gets a huge lead, and then their guard gets let down.
Bogdanovich, no luck. New Orleans leading by 9. Inside, Williamson. And Williamson throws it down.
And Ingram and his court awareness continue to grow. A terrific dime there.
It's Collins with the drive. That falls. Nice feed that time from Bogdanovich.
And just a step ahead of the D in that possession there, making the pass. Nice assist.
Pass to Murray. Puts it up from 12. Valanciunas grabs the board. Hey guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for New Orleans?
I think they put an emphasis on attacking the basket, and watching this, you can see why. They have just carved the defense up here with relative ease.
Coming onto the floor for the Hawks.
McCollum feeling it out a bit. Pass to Ingram. Valanciunas inside. Hits the layup after the sweet pump fake to freeze the D.
It's so hard to move a mountain, trust me. Major damage on the boards being done by Valanciunas.
Young outside. Screen by Capella. From outside the arc. Offensive rebound. Second chance shot. Young, no good. They can burn some clock if they want to.
And get a little breather as well.
Here's Ingram. Valanciunas trying to free himself up. And it's Ingram missing. And so Young will bring it up for the Hawks. 11-point game. Buries it from three-point range.
Ridiculous handles there. How effective is he at creating opportunities?
Here's Ingram. Valanciunas trying to free himself up. And that one's good. Ingram. And the Pelicans lead by 10. And here's Young from the arc. It's rebounded by New Orleans. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game. Down low. Rejected by Young.
This is great. That's a great sign. Trae Young out there and playing defense.
And it's Murray with the jam.
Two teammates connecting right there. Slick feed.
Timeout called here. The Pelicans decide to talk it over. They're ahead by 8. 1:29 left in the fourth quarter. And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Thanks, guys. Willie Green had some words for his team during the break. He talked about the mindset they need to have and what he wants to see the rest of the way. Engagement at both ends and making good decisions with the ball. Guys?
Thank you, David.
Now, C.J. McCollum really one of the more unique scorers in the league, and it has a lot to do with the peanut butter smoothness he has, handling the ball, being on great balance, and being one step ahead of the defense.
We've got 1:18 left to play in the final quarter. It's Bogdanovich on the wing. Screen by Capella. Fires it up. Bogdanovich, no luck. Out of bounds. It'll go to the Hawks.
And it looks like just playing the last bit of this one out in what should be a nice win here for the Pelicans.
What do you think was the deciding factor in this one?
I think you have to look at their field goal percentage. They just shot the ball much better than the opponent, and they were getting great looks all game long.
And a great team effort tonight, helped in large part with contributions, and the nice night it ended up being for Valanciunas.
Now, with all these assists, it's obvious how well that he can see the entirety of the floor out there. If an easy bucket is to be had, he'll find it.
And it's Ingram missing. Atlanta with the ball. They trail by 7. Young with no one around. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. 6-second difference between shot and game clock. They get the rebound.
As a big, once you get positioned inside, it allows you to fight and come away with a lot of tough boards.
And it's still a rare sight to see rebound numbers like the ones he's had tonight.
Well, this kind of effort will energize the team and get you going, just gobbling up every board.
On deep. No good. So we see the Pelicans get the win here. Probably a little closer than they would have liked it, but a win nonetheless.
Yeah, but I really got a sense that the fans